Have you ever wanted to stand up and still get work done? I mean, Sonic stands all the time, right? And if Sonic does it, then it must be a good thing, right? Well, thanks to today's sponsor FlexiSpot, you too can have an experience of using your desk while standing up. The FlexiSpot Standing Desk E7 is a beautiful desk that can support the weight of all the things you put on top of it, and it can be used in a standing position or a sitting position. I mean, look at how high this thing gets. You can use it in the sitting position, and then you can use the arrows to raise it up to whatever level you feel necessary, and all the stuff in your desk will raise no problems whatsoever. It's super easy to set up, and you can set your favorite heights using the 1 and 2 numbers on the controller. So if you have your ideal standing desk height and your ideal sitting desk height, then you can have those pre-saved, and you don't have to just hold the arrow buttons. FlexiSpot are having a brand sale for up to 38% off from the 23rd of May to the 31st of May. So this is literally the best time to check out FlexiSpot, and you can find their site in the link in the description below. They got so many different products for your home office, so you'll definitely be able to find the one that works for you. Alright, so as you already know, Sonic Origins is coming to basically all major platforms on the 23rd of June, Sonic's birthday, and a lot of people are excited for it naturally. I mean, it's a re-release of the classic Sonic games that we all love. I mean, I love all those games, minus, you know, the one I don't love. But it seems some recent news has come out that has led some people to lose a little bit of faith in the game and its quality, and we are going to get into all of that right now. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 100,000 subscribers and hopefully 70,000 subscribers before Sonic Frontiers comes out. So what are we talking about today? Yes, Sonic Origins. The game so far looks pretty solid. I mean, there's no reason based off the trailers to be concerned, right? It looks like a solid game, minus the whole bullshit classic mode with the fake 4x3 that isn't even like the classic game. It's just the remaster in 4x3. Like, what's the point of that? And obviously the fact that we don't know if the Michael Jackson music's gonna make it in, which based on leaks it's not gonna make it in, but if it's not making it in, they're hiding it. And of course the shit pricing table, but I've already made a video on that, so I'm not gonna get into that. But aside from that, I mean, how'd you go wrong, right? I mean, it's pretty simple. You've got Sonic 1, 2, and CD, which Sonic 1 and 2 were already remade by Christian Whitehead and Stealth, who runs Headcannon, and Sonic CD, I think that was remade by just Christian Whitehead. And of course Stealth was involved in remaking Sonic 3 and Knuckles essentially in the retro engine for Sonic Origins, so you would think basically all the work is done. Even if SEGA are involved in this re-release, the hard work has been done already, so we shouldn't be worried, right? I mean, they even got fans working on this. They got Son of a Glitch, a YouTuber who's covered a lot of Sonic content, was even working on a Sonic Chaos 16-bit remake working on this. And I mean, that means people who actually give a fuck about the classic Sonic games. Like, naturally, there's no way this should go wrong, right? But nonetheless, we turn to a tweet from the Sonic Stadium, and it says, Sonic Mania co-developer Headcannon revealed that its work on Sonic Origins only extends to the Sonic 3 and Knuckles portion. The rest of the game is being internally developed at SEGA, which led some people to say they didn't have any hope in the game anymore. And someone said, if you base your entire hope for a game on who's developing it, you need to reevaluate your life, which is fucking ridiculous, because you literally should be basing your hope for a game based on who's developing it, because the developers are the ones who have the levels of competency to determine if the game is going to be good or not, right? Like, if Christian Whitehead said they're working on Sonic Mania 2, I'm going to be like, yay. If Dimp said they're working on Sonic Mania 2, I'm going to be like, we'll see, you know? So I don't get what this tweet means, but obviously they ratio this dude because it was a positive tweet defending our Lord and Savior naturally. That being said, I'm not saying that Sonic Origins is going to be bad because of this, but let's read Headcannon's tweet thread and then we can fully discuss the news. So again, Headcannon already worked on Sonic 1 and 2, the mobile versions, the Whitehead versions, we call them the Whitehead versions, but he was also a part of those, but I don't think he was part of CD, at least according to the wiki. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, his Twitter bio doesn't mention CD, it just mentions 1 and 2. And of course they worked on Mania as well. I mean, I forgot to mention that, but that part was obvious. But yes, Whitehead and Headcannon did Mania. But the thread says, to address a misunderstanding regarding Headcannon's involvement in Sonic Origins, we did not work on Origins itself, nor did we do any additional work on Sonic 1, 2, or CD. We were contracted to build a retro engine version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles as a separate project from Sega's Sonic Origins. Headcannon's work used in Sonic Origins, including Sonic 3 and Knuckles, was implemented into Origins by Sega's internal team, who also made any Origins-specific changes/additions themselves. We're proud to have our work featured as part of Sonic Origins, but it's purely a Sega-developed product. To further clarify, as it's been asked, yes, this includes mission mode. Sega's team developed the missions, as well as boss rush, mirror mode, etc. internally. The only distinct mode that Headcannon created was Blue Spheres, and its implementation into Origins was handled by SEGA. So people are taking this as a bit of a dusting our hands off of this kind of situation, like we done with this shit. Like, we didn't actually make the game. They contracted us separately to make components of the game, and then they implemented the game. So it's kind of like a, hey, if this shit flops or is seizure inducing like on some Colors Ultimate bullshit, don't come looking at us. We did our part, right? Basically, it's like if you buy all the ingredients required to make a homemade pizza, and then you make that homemade pizza, and then you put pineapple on top of it, which by default makes the pizza shit and inedible, you can't go and blame all the companies that made the dough or the tomato sauce or whatever on the cheese that you used on the pizza for the fact that your pizza tastes like trash, because you're the one who went and added pineapple to the thing and ruined it. It's like with Balan Wonderworld, right? That game was fucking trash. You had Yuji Naka and Naoto Oshima working on that, and Oshima did like the character designs and like the aesthetic shit, and Naka was supposed to be the programmer before he left. I mean, I made a whole video on that on the non-Sonic channel, link in the description, but the characters looked good, so we can't really blame Oshima for that game being shit when the actual characters and the aesthetic was never the problem with the game. It just was a shit game. So in this sense here, if they took essentially the retro engine versions of Sonic 1, 2, and CD, and this new version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles that Headcannon made, and then they go and make a shit mission mode or a shit boss rush or a shit boss rush or a shit boss rush mode or a shit mirror mode, or as they're putting these games together, there's like glitches and things that are added as a result of them compiling them somehow, then basically Headcannon are saying, don't look at us at all. That's not our fault. They want to keep their record intact, you know, because why else would they come out before the game is coming out to say, don't look at us for the credit? Like, I mean, I guess to clear things up, I don't think Sega would have forced them to denounce that they worked specifically on Origins. Like, this seems a bit extra for Sega to say, you have to clear it up right now, because at the end of the day, why would they do that? Headcannon's name being associated with this is only a good thing, right? For him to be like, well, actually, we weren't fully a part of it, our shit was separate. It's like setting the record straight. I mean, they saw Colors Ultimate, right? They were there for Colors Ultimate. They knew what happened, right? They don't know what's gonna happen once they put it in Sega's hands, right? The retro engine versions of the games are essentially remakes. So the Origins versions are essentially ports of remakes. And within the porting process, things can go wrong. As they're adding things, they're changing things, they will have to retest and make sure everything is working nice and solid. I mean, after all, it is coming to 4 different consoles and PC across 2 different generations of consoles. So that's a lot of work. So there are a lot of things that could go wrong after Headcannon's done their part for them to want to denounce themselves from it, right? I mean, you can't blame the original Sonic Colors developers for Colors Ultimate being shit. I mean, unless you're talking about shit in terms of like level design and things that made the original Colors mid as fuck. But aside from that, in terms of like the glitches and the seizures and things like that that were not in the original game, the original Colors developers shouldn't be held accountable for that. So I think it's only fair for Headcannon to come in and say, listen, we did our part, and you've already seen our part for the most part if you played Sonic 1, 2, CD, like the remakes. So if something is off in this version, attack Sega, basically. Well, they didn't say attack Sega, let me know. But people will attack Sega. Well, they won't attack, they'll defend Sega anyway, but you know, Sonic fans, right? But the question is, have I lost faith in this because of this? Knowing that Sega is doing the brunt of the work now, does that mean that it's going to turn out bad? Now, it's Sega, it's not specifically Sonic teams, it's not the same, technically same people, even though it's within Sega. But I don't think I've lost faith in it because of that. For me, I still think the biggest issue with Origins is going to be the fact that the Michael Jackson music's not going to be in there, because like in terms of CD, I'm not going to be playing that much anyway because it's CD. So that leaves 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles, which I will play 3 and Knuckles a good amount, just like, you know, the convenience factor of having it on the go. Because again, personally, I'm not super invested in this because like I already know there's better ways to play these games. Like I never had a problem with the Whitehead ports, but they were never my favorite way to play the classics, basically is what I'm saying. Some people may be like, what? That makes no sense, but there's reasons, which I'm not going to get into now because I can't be bothered. But the fact that they were stuck on mobile for a long time was just kind of like, okay, well, I'm not going to do one of those play it with the touchpad controls or attach a controller to my phone. I'm not that kind of guy. I'd rather just play the original ROMs on my computer or laptop. Yes, that's why you saw so much 4x3 stretched content back when I was covering all those ROM hacks and shit. You know, I used to stretch the shit. People got mad at me for that, but anyway, I was fine playing the original ROMs. And then after years of doing that, obviously we got Sonic 1 Forever, Sonic 2 Communities Cut, and then of course Sonic 3 Air. So for me, it's like the definitive ways to play these games Origins already exists now. And even if I wanted to play CD, I could just play the Steam version, right? Which I could take with me on the go now, thanks to the Steam Deck coming out, although I haven't gotten mine yet, Q3 gang. So not a lot is riding on me for Origins. Like, if you were a Colors fan, you had a lot riding on Colors Ultimate, because otherwise you're gonna struggle to play Colors on the go. Even then, you could use Dolphin on the go if you got a powerful enough phone, I guess, if you wanted to do that. But with Origins, it's like, they waited for superior options to exist, and then they said, okay, we're going to make Origins. So people will still buy. I pre-ordered it because, again, the convenience is still important. Just to have it in one thing, like in one Steam game, I could just take with me and play on my Steam Deck or my Switch OLED, whatever I want to use. I'm surprised it's not getting a phone version, but the convenience is A1. We can't deny that. But in terms of the best ways to play it, it's not going to be that for me in terms of the definitive ways to play, especially Sonic 3 Air. Like, you could argue Sonic 1 Forever and Sonic 2 Community's Cut might get surpassed somehow because of the additional modes and shit, but I don't think Sonic 3 Air is going to be topped by this. The amount of customization you have in that, you're probably not going to see in Origins, let's be real. Origins will be fun to try out, to play all the new modes, like the story mode that apparently connects all the games together. I want to try that out, and I will beat all the missions and S-rank them, but I think once I've done everything you can do in Origins, I'll probably just go back to playing these fan versions of the game that I've been talking about. But that's just my opinion, man. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. It seems Sonic Origins is really truly a SEGA product, which sounds like a doy moment, but like, Headcannon are basically dust themselves off of it, saying we did the original game, but anything that was added, tweaked, the coins, the whatever, that's all SEGA. So for better or for worse, SEGA's responsible. Let me know if this makes you more hype or less hype for Sonic Origins. Have you pre-ordered the game? And of course, a big shout out to all my members. If you want to become a member, you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to check out the non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.